Hello, everybody. My name is Shannon Clements. Some call me the Nomadic Author. Others call me Mental. Why? Because I like to think a lot. Right now, what I'm thinking about is the fact that I just had to literally drive almost 60 miles. No, it's like 60 miles just to find a safe place to park. You see, what happened is I passed this place on the way to my next pickup. I just wanted to try to get as close as I could, so it means that'd be less time traveled tomorrow in order to pick up my next load. But I knew it when I passed this by, because I've seen it in several instances in multiple states. And so you can take this as a tip or whatever it is that you want to take it as. You know? Because usually you'll pass by a lot of rest areas that has plenty of parking. But because you had like two hours left, you figure that's 50 miles per hour. Even though you're traveling 65, maybe 70, some people 80. You know what I'm saying? But as a company driver or whatever, you might be traveling like 65 miles per hour. I'm not a company driver. I'm an IC. You know what I'm saying? So, but I never bumped up my speedometer, so that way I can travel a lot faster. But I almost did it twice, but I changed my mind. But I just leave it at the 65 miles per hour. You know, so it still gets me from point A to point B. I still get the job done. You know what I'm saying? It's just that I'm not moving as fast as a lot of other people, especially a lot of the other ISCs who bumped it up. That stuff costs you about $250 just to do, depending on where you at. Some places might charge you about $300 just to bump it up. You know, and I'm not too sure if I want to spend that type of money doing it, but that's neither here nor there. What I'm talking about is finding that safe place to park. Now, it's like I said, I passed this place on the way trying to get closer, which I knew once I seen it. I said to myself, I should have just parked right here, because it's only about an hour's drive away from the next load that I pick up. But I said, you know what? Usually, unless it's one of those places that's like way out in the countryside where you have no choice but to park 50 miles away, you know what I'm saying? Because that's where the nearest truck stop is at. In some areas, you're running into it just like that. The nearest truck stop or rest area or whatever is 50 miles away. So, it is what it is. But usually, when you have these truck stops, not these truck stops, excuse me, your pickups or drop-offs or whatever it is that you're getting ready to do, or even go get a new trailer because you're bobtailing, it's the fact that there's usually a truck stop within a 5-mile radius of that place, because they know a lot of places, you know what I'm saying, have truckers coming in on their last few minutes and they got to drop the trailer and get somewhere to park, you know what I'm saying, and there's usually a truck stop or two, usually a big one, that's close by. Some areas, you know what I'm saying, there's this one where they had I think like a Pilot Express that literally only had like maybe 6 parking spaces. I ran into that like 2 or 3 different in spaces, 2 or 3 areas. I forget where they are. I just know that they're small. One, you got to pull all the way out into the street, and then just to back into a parking space because it's so small, because they only got like maybe 6 parking spots. And then they had the nerve to have the gas station. You know, so there's really no space in those places. Those type of places is limited, and I'm glad for it. But usually, when you get close to the shipper or the consignee, there's a truck stop like within a 5-mile radius. You go park there, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you catch a rest area like 20 miles away on the way there. Why not stop? Because this is like I was saying, because right now I'm getting ready to do my post trip. Get out and do my little walk around, whatever, you know what I'm saying, for my post trip. But it's the fact that, man, it don't make no sense. I knew when I passed this place, I started to just stop. Because I said, dang, it's only like 2 trucks up back there. And I saw how expansive it was. I said, so it's a lot of parking space back there. There ain't nobody really there. And so, like I said earlier in the video, I've seen this in multiple states all over across the United States. You're gonna run into it. Because what it is about these certain rest areas is because they're at like the midpoint. You know what I'm saying? They're far enough away from where all these trucks had either picked up their loads or getting ready to drop off, to where the truckers is not stopping there. They're going somewhere, try to get closer by, just like I was doing. I took the idiot route, so to speak. I knew it was getting dark. I knew it was around 8 o'clock. And I know that's when, around 7 o'clock is when all the day shift drivers is shutting down and they all struggling trying to find a place to park. I knew it. So I got down there. I drove through I hate I didn't get it on video. But I drove through the TA parking lot. It was packed. I mean, trucks parking in places that they're not supposed to be parked. And I'm like, damn, I was going to do that. You know what I'm saying? I was not supposed to be there, but at least I could park and be there. And then I'm only like 2 miles away from where I pick up my next load from the shipper. Man, shoot. Look around. There ain't nowhere. I'm squeezing through areas. One truck came around the corner, and I'm coming around the corner. We both looking at each other like, damn. You gonna back up, or I'm gonna back up? I ain't backing up. I'm gonna pull straight on up, and you come on, pull on straight on forward, and we'll meet right in the middle. You know what I'm saying? My trailer gonna straighten out just like your flatbed is gonna go straighten out, and we gonna bypass each other. And I'm gonna turn the corner you just came from, and you gonna turn the corner I just came from. But I know by you coming from back there, either you just left open the parking space, 1 or 2. Ain't nowhere back there to park. That's the reason why you coming from back there. So when I get back there, I see another truck parked along the front parts of all the damn trucks. I'm like, yeah, people are gonna be knocking on his door, telling him to get the fuck up and open and move his truck, because there ain't gonna be because they need to get out of there. How in the hell you just gonna park in front of everybody goddamn truck and shut down? Like, fuck y'all. You know what I'm saying? What type of shit is that? I knew it. So I had to make that little tight squeeze turn up in that little small cramped area, and then come on back around, and going back there, I drove around. Then I looked over at the Pilot. I knew there wasn't a spot, so I went on down further. I said I can't even get into the Pilot because it got that little small island right there that's stopping me from turning into the Pilot. So I'm just looking in there. I knew it was packed, so I just kept on going, and I stopped at Zaxby's. My first time ever eating Zaxby's. I don't know if you can see that. Zaxby's. It's first time ever eating Zaxby's, you know, so they just happened to have a little spot that was big enough for a truck to get up in there. But it was like 2 fire engines parked in there. And, but instead of being, they didn't stay. They looked at me and they just went on and pulled on out and they left. And I went on and finished pulling in, you know what I'm saying, took their spot. I ran in and grabbed me something to eat, came on out, did my little 30-minute break. Chewed on a few of the bones. Chicken bones. But it was alright, you know what I'm saying. I took the wimpy, I ain't gonna lie. I got to looking at the, what you call it, talking about tongue scorcher and insane and are you nuts or crazy or some shit. I'm like, what the hell? These are the hot sauces? Give me the tongue scorcher. Then I asked, how hot is that? I like jalapenos and all the other stuff. I like spicy stuff. but I don't eat all this spicy stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like that, you know. So I know that, man. People have been everywhere in this world. They done had all types of spices and spicy foods and all the other stuff. They already know what the hottest peppers and stuff was. Man, these people are in these labs growing and creating brand new different types of peppers, ghost peppers and this and this. Man, I'm not too, you know what I'm saying? Frank's hot sauce is good enough to me. It took me a long time to get used to that. Then jalapenos. I don't even touch Tabasco. I touched Tabasco sauce maybe 2 or 3 times in my lifetime, and all 3 times is coming when I was down there in Laredo. I did a video where I showed you the sauce, and that shit was burning the fuck out of my tongue. I do not like stuff that's that damn hot. And the red sauce was milder than the green sauce. so that's the reason why I said, no, don't give me none of that green sauce. I'll take some of that red sauce, but I'm just going to use a little bit of that shit. Because I know how hot it was from the last time. Because last time I squirted that shit all over my God. Because they sell them big ass burritos. I squirted that shit all on there, and that was the biggest fucking mistake I ever made. I said I won't do that again. So now I know just a little bit here and there, you know what I'm saying? But anyway. But my main thing talking about in this video is the parking. There's something about these rest areas in certain areas to where really don't too many people park in them. It's either one, they know about the trains that come by through there at late at night or whatever. You know what I'm saying? You might have thought you was getting over like a fat rat, and come to find out you hear the trains running over the tracks at late at night. Then that like goddamn, wake you up like fuck. I didn't know it was a train here. But anyways, or it might just be one of them rest areas in a spot to where it's not too close to the shipper, but it's within striking distance. You know, so I'm only an hour's drive away from where it is. I got from the shipper. Being here, I'm only hours drive away. I started, but I just tried to be slick, and I got that 2 miles away. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna get down. No, that ain't happening. So I just have to remember this spot, and every spot along the way back, I check all of the parking spots. I seen it when I was on the way down that way. All the truck stops was packed. But this rest area was clear. I knew it. I saw it. And I said, you know, I should have stopped at this, and I ended up paying for it. You know, because I had to drive 50 miles back. That's 100 miles out of the gas tank that I just wasted. You know, so that's 20 goddamn gallons of gas, man. 20 goddamn gallons at $3 a gallon here, and I'm in South Carolina right now. South Carolina, $3 a gallon. I filled up, you know what I'm saying, so I can be able to get to New York and then come out of New York on the same tank, because in New York that shit damn near is $3.50, almost $4 at the in network fuel stations. And I just wasted 100 miles of that, and plus another 50 that I got to travel back that way. That's 150 miles. That's 1/8 of a tank that I just wasted. 1/8 of a tank. Let's see, that's 60. That's $90 worth of fucking gas I just blew. 60 going down that way and then coming back, and then another 30 going back that way. You know what I'm saying? That's 90 goddamn dollars in fuel I just wasted. Fuel is not cheap. I put in almost $400 worth of fuel in here. That's out of my pocket. I gotta pay that. And this load that I'm on, it didn't give me nothing in the fuel surcharge. That means I get no discount on the fuel. All that's out of pocket. My pocket. $400 fucking dollars. But reason why I was taking so long, you know, since I was trying to give that truck, that little SUV, the benefit that it was two of them parked literally one right here. You see where it was one right there, and then there's another one that was on the side of this what you call it. This I was trying to give them the benefit of the doubt so they can pull off before I get out and get to walking around and everything and getting this shit on tape. Because it don't make no damn sense what I was looking at. Get on out. Show you. This is what I'm talking about right here. So I just do my little pre-trip and everything. Check out my lights, like my clearance lights up there. Check out my lights down here. They're working and everything. And there's nothing bruised, damaged on my truck or anything like that. And all this other stuff. It looked like I'm parked out a little bit too far. See this line right here. I could pull up, but you see how small that space is? That's the only reason why I parked so far back. I'm gonna go ahead and pull on up. But I just wanted to make sure that the truck next to me can actually get out without having to come knocking on my door, because I'd have had that happen a couple of times. Truckers come knock on my door, talking about, can you please move? Yeah, man, you don't know how to get the fuck out of the parking space? See, look at this. You see all of that parking space right there. You know, so you can't see the lines, but you see the trucks over there? That lets you know that this is parking space. All of this is clear. It's a lot of trucks that can actually fit, about 10, maybe 10 trucks can park back here. I knew it. Yeah, see, they gone. It was a little SUV that was parked right here in between these two trucks. And I question that. But then I get to thinking about, what the hell do? We run out of, they're not on clocks. They don't have the federal government governing them on how they drive. And when and where they have to fucking park and all the other stuff. We do. So when we need parking spaces and all of this shit was actually packed, there's another way to park. Sometimes we park on their side and take up their way because our clock run out. If we driving without that, if we caught driving and we're out of hours of service, we can get fined for that. These little cars and all the other stuff, they don't get fined. They don't get none of that. So it shouldn't be that big of a problem. Yeah, I'm almost even with this truck. You see how they all on the slant? I'm gonna go ahead and pull on up. But I was just trying to make sure that he can get out. You see all my clearance lights and stuff is working. My hazards. You can see it right there. You see right there on the front of on the side of my truck, and then right here too, the blinker. My blinkers working. And everything. All my tires. I done turned this into like a post-trip type video and everything. But yeah, I just wanted to show that. And then what behooves me about that is I'm about to take you on the other side. Tires good. Apron's good. They're not damaged in anything. Got my hazards working and everything. You know, this video is kind of dark for a hot second. But like I said, there was two SUVs. One was parked right here, and another one was parked right there. They're taking up the spots for the truckers, you know? And it don't make no sense. I can understand the trucker parking over on their side because they need somewhere to park. Otherwise, we get fined for it. They won't. But I want to show you something about the other side. Because there was no, literally, there was no parking. You can see it from right here. You see 2 trucks that parked right there. You got one right there. You got, well, that's where I'm at. Got one right there. Probably a couple more. And you got a bunch in the back. But I want to show you something. Because this don't make no sense. I can understand if you are one of those big bus type RVs. You know what I'm saying? You have to, by the sign, tell you to park back there with us. Oh my gosh. You got to be fucking kidding me. Man. You see all this space right here? This all parking space for the regular cars. But then when you take it all the way this way and you bring it around, all of that free space is for the regular cars to park. Why in the hell is they parking back there with us and the spot's meant for trucks? That didn't make no sense at all. It was 2 of them. And I guarantee you somebody did it over on the other side over there too. You can see that rest area over across the way. And everything. It don't make no sense at all. But yet, they'll piss a bitch about us. You see all this free open space? Only 1, 2 is another car way down there. There's one right there and one right there. It's 2 cars. All this free open space. And they'll piss a bitch because it had that actually filled up over there. Some of us would have came and parked probably way back in the back there, you know, it's at the beginning, so that way at least leave these spaces in front of the rest area open for the cars. Let them have their parking space, but take up the ones back there. At least 2 or 3 trucks that park right there and on the other side over there, and then further down you can probably get 2 more on each side. At least give them that much, you know what I'm saying? All this, you still got about 20 open spaces that you can park in. It makes no sense. So, I don't want to go too far from a truck, you know what I'm saying? I'd have left it running, but I just came, still got it in eyesight, and everything is like right there, literally. Right there. So I didn't go too far, but I just wanted to show you that area right there. And I'm going back over here and move my truck. Pull it forward so nobody will make a mistake in the back. Even though I'm literally even with the next truck. And so for somebody to actually do something, hit me, that means they literally was trying to. As I showed you all the open space in the back. Now see. Sometimes, remember I did a video, I showed you where down on I-39, it's a car way back down that way too. It's a red one. I didn't see that. It's probably too dark on my camera to even see it, but it's a red car right there. That's 3 cars. But I showed you on I-39 down in Louisiana, they had these signs up. You gotta actually walk back in the back a little bit, back in the area like where they got. You see how they got these picnic tables and everything. You had to walk back in the picnic area, and they had the signs there, and the signs tell you, "Watch out for alligators." That's in Louisiana. So I like to look at some of these places, and when I pull it, sometimes I don't never even get out. But at this point, I'm gonna go ahead and do what I gotta do. So when I do actually get out, you know what I'm saying? In other words, when I say that don't actually get out, that means I don't go nowhere from my truck. I do my post trip and then get on in and go to sleep. Another car van just pulled in. But other than that, if I'm gonna get out and I'm gonna walk around, I look for signs. Because the signs will tell you a lot of things that people overlook. They don't pay no attention to it. Probably have signs that say beware snakes. Remember I showed you that at a Love's fuel station. They had the snake sign up there. Some areas tell you beware bears. You know what I'm saying? And then I passed a lot of deer not too far from here. You know what I'm saying? On the side of the road, they was looking up as I passed by. Normally they ignore me. So if they looking up, either they're not used to a lot of vehicles coming down through here, or, which is a lie because I'm seeing vehicles coming through here. They're just not a steady stream of what you call it. So that let me know that the predator must be somewhere nearby and they on high alert. So if only a few miles back you see deer, I don't care wherever you at, even if you just parking on the side of the highway to get out and take a piss. Wherever you see prey, the predator is not far away. I mean, we're meat eaters, you know what I'm saying? So in a sense, humans are predators too. We're the top predators in this whole goddamn world. But even humans can become prey, either to other humans or to some of the wild animals, because we just did some dumb shit. So yeah, so if deer is out there, you can't tell me with people throwing food and shit away in these garbage cans, that from everything from rats to raccoons to what do you call them, possums, to wolves, is not coming through here periodically. You know what I'm saying? Looking for food. When they get hungry enough, hell yeah, you gonna see them out here. So I'm gonna go ahead and shut down. Hey, say good night to every last one of you. Good night. Because this is my me time. My time to be to myself. Holla.